Welcome back to Ferris Sports Update. Time to check in with the Ferris State women's basketball team, and we're joined by head coach Kendra Faustin. Coach, first of all, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me, Robert.
Obviously, your team off to a great start here, 5-1 on the year, and certainly a lot to be proud of with the way your team has competed here early in the year.
Yeah, no question. I think, you know, our group is just willing. They're willing to go take risks and jump in, and the belief is certainly there. And those are the intangible things that allow you to get better every day.
Certainly played a challenging schedule here early in the year. Played some very good teams, starting off with Ursuline in the season opener, and then obviously a big overtime win over Hillsdale, beat Wisconsin Parkside. Just talk about the challenge here early on.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure that, you know, we had some tough matchups early, and you know, obviously GLIAC play is a really high level, and we want to make sure that we're ready to compete in the GLIAC, and so we picked some really good teams to play against in the preseason, and you know, just really happy with our really our motor. You know, we make a lot of mistakes. We're still a pretty young team, but we figure it out, and we have some great leadership, and probably most importantly, our kids care about each other, and it's fun to watch them compete with each other.
This past week, you went into the Thanksgiving holiday with a big win, 88-69 over Wisconsin Parkside. Had a few days off before you came back to take on Lewis here this past Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I thought in the Parkside game we got contributions from everybody. You know, always as a coach, you're a little bit worried before Thanksgiving. Everyone gets to go home. We did get to go home for Thanksgiving. Everybody did, and spend some time with our families. But so you're a little worried as a coach, right? Especially with a young team with 2 seniors and 2 juniors, and I think that our kids did a great job of taking care of business, and you know, I thought our energy was great, and we did a lot of good things, and we got to go home and celebrate both Thanksgiving and everything else that, including win.
We go to the highlights of Sunday's game against the Lewis University Flyers, and obviously kind of like Wisconsin Parkside against an opponent out of the Great Lakes Valley Conference that'll help prepare you for the start of conference play.
No question. You know, I thought early on we were not very aggressive in our press, and we gave up some easy things out of our press. We weren't aggressive in the front side of that, and we got it going certainly in the second half. You know, we just in this game a lot of contributions from. You know, obviously, we're always going to talk about Rachel McInerney, and she just killed it on the boards. You know, she just keeps working and working. What you're seeing right here is a lot of transition. You know, Abby gets open threes because they're not leaving Rachel McInerney, and she does her job. And so some really exciting things. I mean, I thought Kelsey Wyman was phenomenal. You know, Shy comes in as a freshman and gives us some really great minutes. We battled foul trouble a little bit with both our forward, Lily George, and both of our point guards. And so, you know, having a senior like Leah Humes at the 2, she was able to play the 1 some, and we could still press and get up and down and get out in transition.
Did a nice job on the offensive glass, as evidence right there. 24 offensive rebounds in the game.
Yeah, it's something we talked about. If we're gonna let it fly, and we're gonna take shots when we're open, and that's, you know, all 5 folks on the floor. That we got to go get rebounds, and it's something we really talked about with Rachel, is, you know, not hesitating, and she's going to have to make moves to go get boards. She's not, people just aren't going to forget to box her out, and I've been really pleased with our effort on the offensive boards.
Back and forth throughout this first half, a 2-point game at halftime, and obviously they got a big performance from Jessica Kelleher on the inside.
Oh my heavens, she's so good. You know, the thing about Jessica Kelleher that makes her so good is she controls her body so well, and she's big and strong. She absorbs every hit and still finishes soft. You know, we had a tough time. You know, certainly we wanted to double her all night. We missed a couple opportunities to double her. We wanted to even double her before she got the ball. You know, and we missed a couple of those opportunities, particularly late. That hurt us a little bit.
We'll see coming up here in a little bit. They build their lead up here late in the third quarter, but the Bulldogs will rally back here, and you got some great turnovers here out of the defensive pressure.
No question. I think in the fourth quarter, you know, we pressed for 40 minutes, and you know, we're deep at the guard spot, and we can do that, and we're deep when we stay out of foul trouble at the post spot too. But late in the game, the fourth quarter, you know, that's our quarter, and I thought we did a great job in the defensive end. We executed, you know, twice in the half court really, really well. You know, and just maybe a couple things in the half court defense You know, there's Shy giving us some really, really good minutes. You know, Leah Humes always comes up with big steals and big games. And, you know, there's a lot to learn from this. You know, our double comes a little bit late down the stretch. And there's some really good things for us to learn from this game. And with, in particular, our young guards, you know, we don't care about the wings when their posts are doing all the scoring. And so, you know, we'll figure that out, and we'll tweak a couple shot selection things. We got to find a way to get Rachel McInerney the ball more. And so, you know, we'll tweak those things, and we'll be in a good place getting better.
81-77 the final. Now you turn your attention to the GLIAC as conference play starts this week, and taking on Tiffin on Thursday night, followed by Ashland on Saturday. Two tough opponents here to start conference
no
play.
question. You know, we're starting with two of the best, and you know, I haven't watched a lot of either team, to be honest with you. We're just really focused on one game at a time. I know, you know, Tiffin, they have two players scoring, their point guard and their post player, and you know, Ashland, I probably could not watch film and tell you what they do. And so really the focus for us this week is tweaking what we just saw, you know, some shot selection, how do we get Rachel the ball, a couple defensive rotations, and getting better every week, and really certainly excited to start GLIAC play and start it here at home and not have to play at Big Rapids High School. It'll be great.
I was going to ask you, what's it been like playing at home, so many games here in the non-conference portion of the season, now starting conference play at Wink Arena?
Yeah, I think it helps. One, it helps our freshmen get comfortable. We talk about, hey, we make that shot every day in practice, literally at that basket. And so being home is awesome. We have the best crowds, the best fans. We have some great support. And I think like in the Hillsdale game, we watched as we made our run and you know, won in overtime. We watched the crowd on film probably more than we watched what we did. I mean, it was fabulous. So anytime we can be home, we're certainly excited about that.
Coach, congratulations on the great start, 5-1, and best of luck as you host Tiffin and Ashland this week.
Great, thanks, Rob.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.